Can you call it a split? Maybe. But actually, this is the wrong split. Namaste, my friends. Welcome or welcome back. Today we will be talking about the split. I know that many of you really want to have a split, or maybe you already have one, or maybe you think that you have. So let's talk about first which split is the correct one and how to get there. I will show to you some tricks in order for you to feel more comfortable in the position and in order for you to practice it maybe even a bit more regularly. So stay with me and I hope that it will be a very, very useful class for you. Split or Hanumanasana, what it is. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure all of you know what it is. It's when one leg is forward, another one is back. So, there are two differences. One is the split for the Instagram to take a picture, and then another one is really the real split, how it should be done. Like that, can you call it a split? Maybe. But actually, this is the wrong split. Because here the pelvis is completely turned. It's completely open. And my right hip, in this case, is up. And if you can see, my foot is completely on the ground. But like the inside part of the foot and the heel is on the ground. This way you can also understand that the split is not the correct one. The correct split is when you close your pelvis and when your foot looks back and your heel up in this way. Then, of course, you can go down or you can go up. You can bend the knee, bring your heel closer to your buttock. But this is a split itself. And then don't forget to do it with one leg and then with another one. In order to prepare yourself for this position and especially to hold this position for a bit longer, let me tell you some tricks of mine. Okay, so the first one. The first one is to do the half split or half triangle pose. It's when we stay on one knee, another foot is forward, and we be sure that the knee is under the pelvis, and there is 90 degrees here. The leg is straight. It's nice to do with blocks because sometimes it's quite hard to go forward. Already here you can feel the nice stretching in the backside of your right leg. So just simply couple breaths, then you can go lower on the blocks and maybe take away the blocks. Go on your hands and maybe on the forearms, completely putting your head on the shin. So doing that pose. Another trick is and we're going to do all of this exercise, so then maybe you can check whether your split became better. Another one, it's when we put our belly on the thigh, and we're still in the pose in the previous one that we did before, and we start going forward and back without breaking this contact. So it's not important to stretch out, straighten your right leg. Simply couple movements back and forth. And try to go as forward as you can. Maybe staying for a couple breaths here, then back, couple breaths here, forward. Very well. And now we do everything only with the right leg. You remember that? Yes, very good. Another trick. Our body is made in a way, in order to relax one part of the body, we need to strengthen the other part, the opposite side. So it works the same for the split. In order to do the split, you need really very nicely to relax the back side of your right leg over here, for example. In order to relax it a bit more, we need to strengthen our thigh. So the same position as we were before, half triangle pose, we start lifting our foot and putting it back. Couple times, up and down, up, maybe you can hold, and down. Perfect. And now we try to go into the split. You can do it the way you prefer. I love by doing the exercise that we just did, going back and forth, and then maybe simply to increase the distance Another important thing, use the blocks. They are incredible. Use the pillows or anything you have, maybe 2 chairs to the right and to the left. Because this way, you don't need to put all of the weight down, especially if you're not very elastic. You can hold yourself on the blocks, helping yourself with the hands. So in order not to hurt yourself, and very slowly, gradually, maybe leaning a bit forward, back, going into the split. And also here, if it's too much, raise yourself on the blocks. Another thing to mention, what else you can use? You can use the blanket. Don't forget that technically at home we have everything. You don't have blocks, you have books or chairs. For sure you have blanket just in case the pillow. So if it's too much but you want to hold the position for a longer time, maybe you're watching a TV, simply put the blanket under. Be sure that the hip is closed. So both of your hips are gazing forward. Like that. If you want, you can put your forearms on the ground, maybe your forehead on the shin. But this is not that important. Important is to start feel comfortable in the split pose, in the Hanumanasana. Stay here for as long as you can. And then very, very slowly we exit. Another tip to share with you. Don't forget to do the counter pose. So now we stretch so nicely the back side of our right leg in order to bring into harmony our legs and our body. We bend the right knee, we bring it forward, and we go into the pigeon pose. Also here, if you need, you can put the blanket or the pillow or the block under your right hip. The heel is near the pubic bone. And here we simply go laying down on our hands, putting the forehead on our hands. And you can stay here for as long as you want. Technically, it is believed that it's nice to do the counter pose for exactly the amount of time that you did the pose. So if you were doing Hanumanasana for 30 seconds, do the pigeon pose or Kapotasana for 30 seconds. So this was a very, very small introduction / practice / tips of the forward split or Hanumanasana. Don't forget always to work on both sides. I know you will tell me one side is much better, another one is not that much, so I work only on one, the one that is not that good. It's not really correct. So you always need to work on both sides. And trust me, both of them at one point, they will come to this perfect state when they will be in harmony. So once again, don't forget to practice. Don't forget to subscribe for many more videos to come of the practices, of the theory, of the tips. And I will see you in my other videos. Namaste.